Hmm.
Go and sit down. One punch is all I need.
This calls for a celebration.
Mada Mada!
Damn, I forgot to remove them. Oh yeah, this.
Join me.
So I have to actually do absolutely nothing to not erase all display of the game.
Justice!
That which is unseen.
10 seconds remaining.
Dragon's turn.
This is terrible. Please.
Traveling to Horizon Luna.
Okay, so I'll be giving live commentary while I play.
Select your hero.
Be pointing out the common mistakes which I see silver players make. Okay, so I'll just play a hero which I don't need to use any brain power, which is Lucio, because one, I don't really know how to play Lucio very well. I can play him at gold level, no problems, but I'm not the best Lucio player, and you don't really need to aim as Lucio
Let's bring it together.
at this level. And it's very good because I'm playing at 35 frames, 45 frames, 35 to 45 frames now, and that is without anything here. Let's see if I see my team. What does it drop to?
Always liked working with you.
It's
You have a great sense of humor.
I'll expect I dropped to like 20 frames during the team fight. Okay, so let's first talk about our team comp. I'm the only healer, and you're running Symmetra, which is okay. What double support? What I don't like is double flanker on defense, especially at this level, because
5, 4, 3.
there's like very little room for error.
Attackers incoming.
Okay, Winston solo tank, so they are running a dive comp on defense. Okay, which is a good thing if you know what you're doing, but unfortunately this is a silver SR. So you know, see, I'm actually trying to do my job here. Okay, now the team is too spread out. When you're running Lucio as a healer, you don't want to be this spread out. Just so spread out. Okay, now that was my bad. I'm totally not aware that the jungler is behind me. That's bad play on my part.
Time to change it up. You feel that?
Somehow we won a team fight, even when the healer is dead.
Nothing's gonna stop.
I might need to do another video later with a lower stream setting, so at least I know what the hell's going on. Because currently it feels like
Let's get patched up.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't really observe the game. It's me trying not to die to a Genji. Now, 20 frames per second. It's so unplayable that
I'm just getting started.
feels like I'm throwing the game. Because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing.
Defensive point. Strike as one.
I guess I have to change it up.
Reinforce our defenses. We must turn them back. Teleporter online.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Like even the audio is breaking up for me.
Thanks.
If somehow we manage to hold this,
My ultimate is sorry about
I'll actually go and change my stream settings.
30 seconds.
Thank you. My ultimate is charging. We're doing great, team. I calculate our victory is imminent.
Let's get patched up.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's keep our defense. Hey. Hello.
Okay, I'll be changing the stream settings so I do not need to play at 20 frames per second.
Score 0 to attack. Select
Yeah, this is the second attempt at doing a live commentary with a slightly lower setting. So at least the audio will not be totally distorted. so I know at least what's going on, and I do not need to play the game at 20 frames per second. It's a disaster. Okay, let's talk about the team comp. Attacking on this point, you see, the problem with this is not much synergy between the heroes. Like, Pharmercy is going to be in the air. Okay, so let's assume these two will be in the air. So you're not going to get a lot of benefit from Orisa's Barrier. Orisa's Barrier is like if you're running like Soldier, McCree, Bastion, somebody who's going to be always behind the barrier, then it's going to be good. But Pharmercy, you're not going to be behind the barrier. Okay, Genji's not going to be behind the barrier, so it's less good.
Attack commences in
Hanzo
30
actually isn't terrible with Orisa, so it makes a bit more sense. But if you're going to go like Pharmercy, or rather you go D.Va Winston as a tank, to actually make more sense. Okay, so that's about the team comp. And we do not have a very reliable source of damage
4.
My ultimate is
except for Pharmercy. But at this skill rating,
Commencing.
it is so overpowered that I don't really mind.
charging.
Okay, where are they?
Ultimate is charging.
Let me speed boost them at the right time.
Pump up the volume. Let's get you healed up.
We have a Widow. Okay. So I assisted in one kill.
Turret detected.
Jesus.
Enemy turret ahead.
Watch yourselves.
Double time. And the beat goes on.
Turret ahead. Use caution.
Hanzo, what are you doing? Do you think you are me?
Healing boom.
Sniper, be careful. Enemy turret neutralized.
Pump up
Winston, come over here.
double. We have them heavy.
Basically, I got carried. So there's no comment here. What I'll do is I'll further lower the settings because I can't really keep up. I obviously got carried this game.
Ouch.
So one of the reason that the game went very smooth and I got carried, I think because Winston knows how to initiate. He's not jumping in to fight too many people at one time. What I can see is he soloed a Junkrat, and the entire enemy team is like so spread out. Winston can just go in and get picks while Lucio is healing him, speed boosting him. You know. I didn't actually pay too much attention there. Okay, so not much comments there. Not much comments. And let me just delete this. It's practically a 5v6 on that game. Yeah, I didn't do too much.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Speaking of this, if you are not like Diamond, it is usually best if you just mute everybody. Okay, just mute everybody, even the tech chat, and just focus on your gameplay. Unless you're
Let's hustle.
queuing up with friends, then it's different. If it's solo queue, you're better off just muting everybody and just pay attention to your gameplay, listen to footsteps. I find people talk too much in the mic in
All systems checked out.
NA servers. I'm playing in Asia server, so practically nobody talks here. Not everybody understands English even.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture.
Okay, we have a close range comm. There's no long range DPS, so it's best for everybody to just dive. Okay, Winston has to be very careful. Okay, want to keep this Reaper away from me, from the tanks.
This is gonna make you feel better.
Okay, so far so good. Okay, so the first mistake by Winston, he's diving in against many people, especially when there's a Reaper. You want to be as far away as from Reaper as possible. He's like your main counter.
Oh, turn it up.
Okay, now how many are dead? Now Winston just use his ultimate and feed them another 1000 ultimate charge. So that's what I see very common. 2 or 3% were dead. Winston was low, he used his ultimate to feed the enemy another 1000 ultimate charge. So that's one of the common mistakes which I notice. It's very common in gold and silver.
Feel the healing beat.
Somebody's behind.
I am ready to
How many are we?
sound barrier.
Yeah, I think we can.
You feel that?
Help! Yeah.
Move to the beat. Heal up.
Enemy contact.
Okay. Now we basically lost the team fight, and Junkrat used his ultimate, and somehow killed 3%. So now we have to go in. So it's a 3v3, 4v3. Oh my god. Give me a speed boost Reaper so he can go in. I'm supposed to stand a bit closer to Reaper to speed boost him. Like pocket the Reaper with speed.
My sound barrier is almost ready.
The Reaper's gonna ult soon.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Okay, now another common mistake, which we use 2 DPS ult just now,
Out of here, or is it just
which is Reaper clearly heard Junkrat going to use his ultimate, but he still used his Death Blossom. Okay, us having the number advantage plus miss speed boost should be enough to win the team fight. Reaper could have saved his ult just now. Plus their soldier wasn't in the fight. So let's get out of here.
boost is charged.
Raising the volume.
First round lost.
So as you can see, we use 3 ultimates in one fight. The next fight, they come in, everybody press Q,
2-1.
and we lose. Okay.
Yeah, let's
So one of the very common mistake I see in silver, in gold also happens but not so blatant, is there will be some team fights where actually 4-person use the ultimate, which is overkill, and you have nothing the next fight.
Roadhog time.
Just sit around knowing there's someone out there that needs to be
I usually want a tank with a barrier, but since it's control map,
Round 2. Capture.
you can go without barriers. So speed boost everybody across this. Oh,
move to the beat. Push y'all. Healing boost. Oh, this is my jam.
bye bye.
That's what I'm talking about.
I need healing.
You're not going anywhere.
I need healing.
Push y'all. Need healing. Double time.
They probably would have learned by now to not cross that bridge when Lucio is camping them. But we'll see if they are good learners. Now they themselves go pharmacy.
My ultimate is ready.
Move to the beat. Audio medic.
Our Mercy somehow drop down and die, even when we have Farah in the sky. Just silver things.
Oh, let's break it. Damn.
Resurrect you.
Heal up. You feel that?
Together.
Let's move it, people.
I need healing.
Yeah, time to heal up.
Oh, Reaper gonna ult, Reaper gonna ult.
Move to the beat.
Behind you.
Damn it.
Time to raise my APM.
Speed boost.
I wonder if they're going to ult into a lost fight.
My ultimate is ready. I am ready to resurrect. I am ready to revive
Let's get you healed up.
Round
GG.
2-1.
Oh yeah, we lost the first one. Ha ha ha.
Score 1-1.
Yep. One thing which is boring about pharmacy is, you know, the team which went pharmacy first gave the team such a big advantage that so many misplays were not punished, and we actually win, like quite comfortably.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Move. Feel the healing beat.
Okay, Diva actually blocked Reinhardt Fire Strike, which is very good.
Tempo.
I didn't expect that to happen in Silver. Now we have to deal with enemy Pharah.
Oh, this is my jam. I feel great.
Now, you shouldn't do this as Lucio, but it's because I'm clearly the better player. I'm trying to BM him.
Objective has my name written on it.
Check this out.
If you are both equal level, I should be dead like way earlier.
Let's hustle.
It's wrong to as Lucio
They're taking the
to 1v1 the soldier for so long because I'm neglecting my healing, my job as a group healer. Get out. See, if I didn't go and 1v1 the soldier, I have ult just now and I could have used the ult to save everyone and not lose the team fight. So one thing can like snowball to many things, especially early on.
Justice reigns from above.
And that's what I call by that's what I mean when I say fail to regroup. Like Reaper stand in front of the tanks for some reason. Bye bye. Oops. See, I'm not very good with this. Can I juke him to poke him off? Nah, don't think so. See, this is me being greedy. I wanted to boop soldier off the edge, but I'm not very good at that, so end up I die. See, now the team fight is already lost, but soldier and Roadhog still out there and just died. Now we have to wait for them to regroup. Okay, so trickling going in one by one is a problem. I see that even in like GM level streams, but it's not as blatant as lower levels. Like you see, we are all so spread out, which is impossible for Lucio to heal and use the ultimate to save them.
Push on.
So if your healer is Lucio, you might want to stick together. If your healer is like Zenyatta, feel free to be far away. I shouldn't have ult. It's only 2%. That's on me.
Justice reigns from above.
Good question. Why is everybody not together? If you're running like Mercy and Lucio, you want your team to be together. Because so Mercy can use the ult to rest everybody when you're together. And number 2, Lucio can heal and speed boost. Oh, let me while I discard my highlight. Well, if you're watching this and I mean like you want to improve your game sense, I'll say you can start by tracking the kill feed after one person died. Doesn't matter if it's your team or the enemy, just call out in the mic, say 6v5. Let's say you kill someone, say 6v5. Okay, then let's say enemy kill one of yours, you say 5v6. The moment you say something like 4v6, you're 2 men down, you should be pressing S and not W. Means you should be walking back to your base. stop fighting, stop feeding enemy ultimate charge. It's very unlikely you're going to win a 4v6 without spending like more resources than the enemy, or like get some very lucky play, you know. But that generally won't happen. Usually 4v6 you just lose, so just back up. And let's say you got 2 picks, everybody can just dive and
Traveling to Dorado.
just get more ultimate charge.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Okay, right off the bat, 3 DPS, which is okay, because Pharah will bomb them from top. Let's just mute everybody. So Pharah's going to bomb them on top. Reaper's very good if you have a barrier tank, which we don't. We have D.Va, mobile tank. Now to push your payload, ideally you have a tank which can provide the barrier.
Bring it together.
Okay. Reinhardt Orisa is ideal for payload maps. Okay, but now we are running a very mobile comp, so it's okay.
I am ready to roll.
It's okay to just spread out. Okay, now the person who actually needs to change is me, because okay, who are we running? We're running Genji,
Attack commences in 30
Pharmacy, Tracer, D.Va. Everybody's going to be very spread out. There will not be near the payload, even though it's a payload map. So Zenyatta can actually heal a bit better. So you pick your healers based on your DPS. Like DPS should lock in first, then the tank and the healers should be around the DPS.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Okay, now
1.
D.Va solo tank, so I'll op her. We have a Genji on top, so I'm reluctant to leave the base until I see him. Looking for somebody to discord. See? The defense made a mistake, which is holding here directly outside our spawn. I see this very common in silver games. Like people, they just stand. That isn't actually the worst place. I've seen many games where people actually stand where I'm shooting now at the payload and try to spawn cameras. Okay, you almost never see that in games gold and above. So I was actually a bit shocked, because I thought it's like common knowledge by now. Everybody knows that it's a bad idea to spawn cam the enemy. See? So low and still don't want to retreat. The Genji. And he's outnumbered.
Let's move.
Gaze into the iris. A closed mind is
Okay, so
already defeated.
the defender fucked up by having 2 person here, 1 Genji there. Not a full team fight, and they try to spawn cameras. Like,
Double kill.
and the enemy comp is based on barrier. They want to win the barrier war. Okay, so they have Orisa and Bastion, which is very good. So we want to avoid the barrier war. Ours is more mobile, so ideally we would like to dive them. Okay, so Genji is a problem, you see. It takes like everybody so long to kill him. So if Roadhog is a Winston, the fight would be over. But Roadhog and Winston both are bad choices against Orisa and Bastion. Now, the moment Zenyatta does this, okay, yeah, means I initiate and the team follow. Okay, that's good. So Soldier, let's snipe him. Now where did he go? Okay. Zenyatta doing some DPS here. So it's You see, my team is doing nothing too special, I think. But the enemy team is throwing by making these type of stupid mistakes. You see, Bastion there, all alone. What is he doing? Feeding more ultimate charge.
Protect the payload.
So if you see this situation, what you do is you just wait at your base. If your teammates see you just standing there, or not going out one by one, they will actually stop and think a little. You know, like, why is he stopping there? So you avoid these type of mistakes. Like soldier just died, so it's another 5v6, and now Genji want to solo the whole team. Got 3 of us.
Repetition is the path to mastery.
Like big deal. You get 3 of us, use your ultimate.
Embrace tranquility.
So what are you gonna do? Still spawn cameras?
I know the doubts that plague you.
Drop the beat.
Experience tranquility.
Now I'm not going to ask the team to take care of Genji. I'll see if they do it themselves. They should have swapped to counter Genji on the first point, when we found out that, you know, we are having trouble killing him. Now the fact that he used Dragon Blade and killed 3 person and nobody swapped to a Winston to deal with him, that's bad. He has his blade so fast again. I'll just keep dying, let him kill both of us, and see if they switch to a Winston to deal with Genji. Or at least Roadhog stay behind and try to help. Else that's why they are in silver. Because they are not aware, Genji is always killing us.
My blade is ready to be unleashed.
We need to keep the payload moving forward.
Seconds remaining. Cease your resistance.
Down.
Yep, just ignore the Genji, just ignore him. Only when he's on the payload,
30 seconds.
you shoot him. So, now if I'm the Zenyatta, what I can do is I have to position myself at the wrong place. I have to be on the payload and not far behind. Just because nobody helped me. I have to make the wrong play. See? He comes again. Congratulations, Genji. You wasted your ultimate. Killed me.
Enemy contact.
See? Spawn camping again.
Is an excellent teacher.
Now, this is very common at lower ranks where people don't know how to reorganize a defense. Like, since they lost the first team fight on the first point, they never like really regroup and reorganize a defense for a 6v6. Okay, if it wasn't for the Genji triple kill, they would never reorganize. See, everybody's going there doing their own thing.
Let's keep the payload moving.
Roadhog used his ultimate and died to Bastion. Speaking of Roadhog versus Bastion, I see a lot of people at the lower levels, they go for this 1v1. They fight their counters 1v1. You'll see Winston diving to Reaper and try to kill Reaper 1v1 as Winston. Stuff like that.
Experience tranquility.
And you see D.Va shooting from long range. Like that wasn't too long. I've seen even like Sniper Diva trying to shoot from
Overtime.
Widow range.
All systems checked out.
Gotcha.
Is approaching its destination. Round 1 complete.
So sometimes you don't really need to play that well. You just need to play a bit better than the enemy team.
0.
And
Switching sides.
at the lower levels, it's all about somebody saying, "Walk back to spawn. Let's fight a 6v6."
Select your hero.
Okay, I'll let them lock in and just pick around. No. Okay, I don't mind a Symmetra now. At lower levels, they consider this Symmetra a DPS. Okay, at like high gold and above. Oh, let's just say platinum. You just say this is support. So you run this and you try to make a full hole on the first point. Okay, so what I will usually do is, now this is not too important in silver, because in silver probably people can't really play many heroes very well. But if let's say you, in gold, I'll be start to thinking, okay, what the enemy going to run, and can we answer it? Okay, so first check, you have to check if you can answer pharmacy. Okay, you have a Diva and you have hit scan. Okay, you can answer pharmacy. Good.
Attackers incoming.
Next, can you
30 seconds.
answer dive
I'll be busy soon.
like a Tracer Genji? Can you answer? Yes, Jungrat can answer that. Hawk can answer that. So you know, you can
You can keep up with me?
if your defense can answer these standard attacks and it's good, then you change accordingly.
5,
Okay, you see where are they positioning? They're making the same mistake,
Attackers incoming.
having here and shoot directly at the spawn.
Stop the payload.
So if I'm the attacker, I'll just go Widowmaker and just snipe that Bastion. Or just pick Hanzo's Scatter Arrow instead. That's why they are silver. Okay. Only Roadhog is standing at the right position. And they apparently can't take a hint. Like, you know, Zenyatta standing here. You might want to come here. See?
Walk in harmony.
They are running the risk of dying immediately for the upside of some ultimate charge. Like realistically, you're not gonna kill anybody. You're not gonna kill anybody from that range as Bastion. Like let's be serious. The spread, the damage fall off. So it's very bad to like spawn camp enemies there. Okay, I know you will get some games where you actually manage to spawn camp enemies, but as you go higher up, it's not gonna happen. You wanna fight Reaper?
Heroes never die. For a price.
Mercy solo rest Bastion. Bastion can heal himself. I'll just whatever. Yeah, if you have nobody to heal, just keep an orb on somebody. If you're Zenyatta. Okay, that was my bad. My aim wasn't too good. Not all orbs landed on him.
A temporary setback. Ready for transcendence.
See, the attackers are trying these solo flanks. Okay. But I'm intercepting them as Zenyatta. Now, why am I able to intercept them is because of the position. Like if I hear some footsteps, I have high ground, I can just shoot, snipe here.
know the doubts that plague you.
See? Here you come again, McCree. One more hit, you're dead. Oh.
60 seconds remaining.
Embrace tranquility.
I won't make the same mistake twice. Okay. Please keep coming one by one.
30 seconds remaining.
Okay, I just made a silver mistake. I jumped down. I gave up high ground for the opportunity to hit him. And then he's McCree. If he's good, he just flashbang me out. I'm the one who's supposed to die.
Remaining.
But because he sucked, I get away with it.
High noon.
Victory.
So these guys are probably going to say, hey, we did so well, we crushed the enemy, we spawned camp, but if it wasn't for the few shutdowns I did on the flankers, the defense is can be shut down so easily.
Double kill.
Like, you don't expect a Zenyatta to win 1v1s against Reaper, McCree. But I'm just a bit more aware than people around me. So many mistakes. Actually feel a bit hungry now. Not a bit hungry, I'm quite hungry now. So this will be the guess what, I'll just cancel it now, then I'll just continue later. Okay, because I'm really feeling hungry. I'll go have a snack, then I'll be back.